Greetings everyone, here's Lodrik and this is the Game War on the Pacific Admirals Edition. This is my play-by-email match against Xargun. He is the commander of the Allied forces and for me it is the Empire of Japan. This is scenario 1 on game version 26B, all stock, no mods, everything standard. And we are already at the 17th April 42, so every day the Allies getting stronger and the Japanese have to maintain their positions in the Pacific. Here's a small, very small scale engagement, AM against the PET boat. So at the end nothing happens. I can land one 8cm hit on the AM, but this will not really hurt. This is at the end really meaningless, and here's a local minesweeper, the AM. It's also night and only 3% moonlight, so maybe not the best conditions to really fight out. If you even have something to fight. I think the local minesweeper have only a 4cm gun. So even with 20 hits you will not sink a ship. So the rest of the night is quiet. My submarine's failing again to find something. I don't know. Xargun is very successful in avoiding and protecting his troop transport and supply lines. Or I'm not in the right position. But here, this is my Pacific Carrier Division. And I pick up one convoy, or at least a task force. After many days of searching, I'm finally able to find something. And it was more or less sure there must be some supply line from California to Tahiti. And I was trying to find something. Good, first we have here the daily operations. This is a little unusually. Xargun is striking Rockhampton without escort. Hudson ones, so light bombers at the end. So my cap can shredder them. But at the end, I had not enough time maybe to intercept them completely. So I can kill some and damage more. They don't inflict really damage. And at the end I had really only a very short time window to create damage before the Hudsons can release their bombs. This is always the biggest problem for the Japanese time. So you need a radar, and you need a lot of radar and better radar. This is my airstrikes. So this is a cargo convoy, so nothing military, nothing can shoot back. So I can sink them. Nothing too special. They're all victims. So I sink them all directly. Sunk. Yeah, everything sunk. Nothing survived. But only cargo ship, not even escorts. A little unlucky. And also no troops on board. So this wing was a little too late, and now because his friends already sunk everything, they have nothing to do. Naja, so a success, but not the big golden opportunity or final blow to really hurt the Allies. Only some cargo ships. Good, ground attacks against this retreating forces. And here similar against also light tanks, armored cars, whatever they are. So when they are mostly disabled or now even destroyed. Good. Then we still get some high level, high altitude airstrikes simply to force the flag to consume supplies. I can maybe create some damage, and I hope my losses is less than one airframe per minute. And because I was successful in Perth, I don't really have to rush vendoring. Well, I can take my time. Sooner or later, the flag must be stopped firing, and then the vendoring units are out of ammunition or low on ammunition, and I hopefully can wipe them out. Goodie. This is the bombardments. Still don't need to keep the Chinese low on supplies in both positions. I already achieved everything what is necessary. And this is the second Battle of Colombo. Something is dying. I take the fort. 2-1. Looks okay, but unluckily, you can see both sides nearly have nothing lost. So there was a unit destroyed for the Allies, but I don't know what. Maybe it was something with guns or a support unit. But both of us have very high numbers of disabled units, and I have a complete division is disabled. Nearly nothing destroyed again. So, but I still need, I think, 1 week to get this 300, 400 disabled units back. And I can also wait maybe some days, there's some additional forces on the way. So in 1 week I could strike again. Vendoring, bombardments, nothing happens. And this high command of the New Zealand, Auckland High Command is still active. They can really not inflict any casualties on my side, but they're very tough to kill. And this is my Navy Guard unit trapped here, trying to hold the line and survive as long as possible so that my reinforcements can maybe rush in and save the day. So, save the day again. And this is, you can see that this 2 units losing attack power, but not this 300er. So, Xargun is attacking with 2 units, I think, to get rid of them somehow. Good. Overall, a successful day for me. But the Colombo battle was a tactical victory, maybe because I was able to destroy a fort, burn the British supplies, and with 2-1, I'm on the way to victory. The road to victory is in sight. But the high numbers of disabled units will also slow down the next Battle of Colombo. Yeah, and my carriers finally sunk something. So, some good news. Air losses higher for the Allies, but this is, you can see 9 real kills, but only reported 11 Hudsons. So there are only 9 Hudsons lost and 3 of my own airplanes. Out of the 3 airplanes, I lost 1 pilot. Okay. Ship sunk. There was 7 cargo ships, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So 6 okay and 1 small cargo ship. I don't know why this cargo ship is sailing with the rest of them. Okay, they have all the same cruise speed. It's only the endurance is different. So these are really standard cargo ship, nothing special. 10 points is okay, but I think for Allies this is standard. And I don't know how many hundreds the Allies have in 43, 44. So, na good. Maybe a morale shock, at least. In China, no change of the situation. The Chinese coming out of the mountains, a little surprising fast. I was hoping that my HQ can pass by first. Now my HQ is here in the high mountains, trapped with this Chinese forces, but the Chinese have no supplies, so they cannot really fight with me. In the defense, I think the HQ is strong enough in the mountains. So, but I have to bring in some fighting force to help the HQ to battle out this. Maybe I will turn around here one division from here, and I have one division in Xi'an ready. So it's only a question of time. There's also a bunch of units coming out of the mountains here and walking, I think, this direction and trying to escape back to the lines somehow. Even. So I must take care of this. The Venture army is coming and trying to escape. You see. This was only this sideshow attacks. I was first a little confused why he attacked me, but then I realized it's only broken units attacking me. In Colombo there was this big battle and my army, you can see this one division have 100 disabled, also 40-40, this is too much to fight. This one is not so terrible, but 30-30 or even, also not really ready. The elite unit is also, if I force, I could maybe attack again, but I'm not so sure if it really makes sense, especially if I have HQ is coming and 2 tanks are coming. I think I will wait for these 2 tanks and the HQ to link up. The combat engineers, they also, these are combat engineers, so they can attack. And they're helping with blow up fort level. So I simply wait 1 week and then I'm ready to attack again. My tank's trying to finish off the last Dutch units on Sumatra. There's some Dutch forces here in this base, but the base is not important. There's no resources, so I don't really care, but I will send some Navy Guard units to take care of them. I have some guys in Surabaya, I think. Yeah, this guy I can maybe send. Anything else? The rest is very quiet here. I ship my resources, I ship my fuel, everything is fine, no enemy submarines. Because I took Darwin and all the north coast of Australia, I think there's really no base in range. So Xargun must use, I think, Diamond Harbour, Calcutta. And if you go from this location and you want to reach Palmbang, this is already a range of 55, and this is all shallow water. Super dangerous. So if you really want to intercept something, you must maybe stay here in this deep water, and this is, Surabaya is already 67 hexes away. So I'm not so sure. More classic would be that you try to intercept the shipping here at Manila or Formosa. But this is so far away, which base you want to use. Without Darwin, it's really hard for submarine operations. Good. Perth looks fine. My Navy Guard units try to catch retreating tanks, but of course they are much faster. But it's okay. More important is I have here my 2 divisions catching or intercepting the enemy retreat. I think we are maybe at the same time in this hex. So I will normally have the possibility to attack. The rest is fine. Because I took Rockhampton and all of Fiji, I think there's no shipping more from the east coast coming. Now I took also Perth. This limited shipping to the west coast of Australia. And this ports are all blocked. So what I can really now do is more or less from this to this hex. These are the 20 hexes more or less all enemy shipping must reach. So you have only Port Augusta, but this is not a big port up to now. Here, this is a big port. Here could be. This is a small port. Of course, Melbourne looks like the main port. So maybe these two ports are open still for receiving supplies and reinforcements. Sydney is also possible, but unlikely. I have too many submarines to normally block this shipping. So I would guess that somewhere between Port Augusta and Melbourne is all shipping to Australia now. And this is, of course, a very small area where the enemy shipping must come through. So I can get here my submarines in position in the future and or maybe have additional surface radars. Good, New Zealand is still in position. I think, attack Wellington next turn again and hope I have enough attack power, I think, to overcome. But it's rough, no, wood. So woods, double terrain, so a little hard to attack sometimes. And nothing really else. Tahiti is still not active. And my carriers are already here. So you can see I'm somewhere nowhere. But I'm more or less, if here's Tahiti, where's Tahiti? Here. So I'm more or less northeast of Tahiti. And here's always the edge of the map. So I simply guessed, and I was somehow right, that between Hawaii in the west and the edge of the map in the east, if I sail here in the center, I normally must pick something. So I found something and I still have some fuel. So I can maybe sail up to 20 hexes more north. You can see that if I return now, I need 52 hexes. I have fuel for 130 hexes. So I could go maybe 20 hexes. No, 20 is too much, but I can go 10 hexes more north. So maybe 1 or 2 turns I will go more north. Maybe I can go up to here to see a line between Hawaii, the edge of the map. So I'm more or less at Panama and Pearl Harbor. And this is the maximum range I can run my carriers. After this I have to return. Maybe I can find one more convoy or something else. But I can also not come too close to Hawaii, of course. It's too dangerous. I have here some power, but it's not so much. I mean, I have here 2 fleet carriers, 2 support carriers, and an escort carrier. Together, this is 250. So I have roughly the power of 3 American fleet carriers, roughly speaking. Good. Then see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.